welcome back. It is Monday and I'm getting ready to get some oatmeal bars into the oven for breakfast. Ashlyn asked me to make these, so that's why I'm making them. So we're gonna put a cup of butter in here. It calls for 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar. I feel like I want to cut that in half, so I'm going to do half and half. And preheat the oven to 375. I only did 350 though because my oven, I feel like it's off a little bit. So I did 350, but it's 375. I feel like my bottom oven cooks a little bit higher of a temperature than it should. All right, I'm gonna mix these around real quick. And I'm gonna add 2 eggs. Two tablespoons of milk. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1.5 cups of flour. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of baking soda. 4.5 cups of oats. I hope I have enough up here. I really don't feel like going downstairs right now, but I will if I need to. 2, 3. Oh my goodness. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I do need to go down and refill these, but not right this second. Not in the recipe, but I'm gonna add chia seeds. And then a cup of chocolate chips. Ashlyn will be so happy to wake up to these. She asked me last week to make them, and I totally forgot. I was like, all right, go get out the recipe, because we were outside, and she asked me if I would make them. I said, yeah, go get out the recipe, and she never did. So by the time I got back inside, I had forgotten all about it, and I guess she did too. And then I remembered last night, and I was like, what am I going to make for breakfast? And I'm like, oh yeah, Ashlyn asked me for those. Let me make those for her. So just push them down, bake. It says 375 for 12 minutes. After I get this in the oven, I am going to switch laundry and then start my workouts. So there's our oatmeal bars, all nice and done. And I was able to get my workout done, get clothes in the dryer, and make breakfast before the kids woke up. So that means today is gonna be a great day. The only thing I have left to do is go run outside. So there's breakfast. We had some leftover eggs in the fridge, so all I had to do was heat them up. But there's the oatmeal bars. This is Layla's, Wilder's, and Everly's, and Ashlyn's still sleeping. All right, now we're working on some school for everybody. I just got out all the stuff to make those chocolate protein bars I make, to make some little peanut butter protein balls that I make. So let's do this. They are very similar in ingredients. So I'm gonna make the peanut butter balls first and then just use the same bowl to make the chocolate peanut butter protein bars. Because like the only difference is really adding a little bit extra things to basically the same thing that I'm making for the protein balls. So one bowl and we're gonna do them all. I kind of want to do it the other way because I wanted to do a double batch of the balls, but I don't think I'll have enough peanut butter to do both. So I'm gonna do the balls, the bars, and then if I have enough peanut butter left, I'm gonna make another batch of the balls, even though that's like extra work. I just don't think I have enough peanut butter, and I did order some from Sam's, but it's not here yet. It'll be here this week. So like I said, the first thing I'm gonna do are the peanut butter balls. So it's 1 cup of peanut butter, and I'm just gonna eyeball it because I'm not worried about it being exact with this, but I know a lot of people are, so I just am not. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna have enough to do more than one because I need 2 cups of peanut butter for these protein bars. Half a cup of maple syrup. Ashley, will you bring me a paper towel, please? You can choose what you want.
Biology. Why do I start today?
1 cup of almond flour, just to, because it's going to be a lot, and I just want you to ease into it, just like I did with them. Just 1. 5 tablespoons of coconut flour, but I'm actually just using more almond flour because I don't have coconut. So 3, 4, and 5, and then mini chocolate chips. It says 3/4 of a cup, but I mean, you put in however many chocolate chips you want. Put in a whole bunch, put in none. Do whatever you want to do. I always think it's funny when recipes have like the exact amount of chocolate chips. Like, really? You measure those chocolate chips with your heart. And then usually, I feel like every time I always have to add a little bit more coconut. Or not coconut, my gosh, the almond flour. Hang on, Lou, I'll be right there. Now I'm just gonna put this in the fridge until it can harden up a little bit, and then I'll make balls. Well, I guess I can't because I need this bowl. Put it in here for now. Peanut butter balls and bars. Now we're gonna work on, I'm just gonna leave this over here for a minute. Now we're gonna work on the chocolate protein bars. So we're gonna do 4 scoops of chocolate protein powder. Oh man, I meant to add this peanut butter powder to those too. I guess I still can. All right, let's pause this for a second. I'm gonna add this. All right, let me add some of this to this. Although I don't even know how I'm gonna mix it around. Y'all know me in little bowls. I think I might be able to roll these in the balls before I put them in the fridge, actually. Yeah, perfect. All right, so these are all done and ready for the fridge. Now back to these. 4 scoops of protein powder. 1 cup of almond flour. 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of maple syrup. Two cups of peanut butter. 4 teaspoons of vanilla. Half a cup of mini chocolate chips. Did I already add some of this? I don't remember, but this is not in the recipe either, but I'm also adding it. Because why not? I have it out. Half a teaspoon. Woo! Wow. Half a teaspoon of salt. and 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And mix. All right, so now I'm just gonna put this in the fridge until it hardens, and then I will cut them and put them in a container, and we'll have protein bars and protein balls. So I finally sat this morning and finished this book. I sat outside yesterday for hours and read it, finished it today, so it's time to pick out a new one. All right, I just grabbed the first one on the top of the stack, the same bright stars. All right, I am going downstairs to grab some things. All right, I need to refill my oats because I used them all. I'm gonna grab a ketchup. I'm gonna grab spaghetti sauce and spaghetti, but I think I'm gonna start needing 2 pounds. Oh, these are 2-pound boxes, so that's perfect. I'm gonna take these up. I think I'm gonna use these for dinner tonight. I think I'm just gonna make frozen meatballs. This barbecue sauce. I need coffee and K-cups, both. I'm gonna take up some tuna. I need this lotion. I'm gonna take up meatballs and bacon. And I think we'll do chicken nuggets for lunch. So I'm just gonna air fry these chicken nuggets. All right, now we're gonna do our dinner. Oh my gosh, I can't even think. Our meatballs. So I'm just using this jar of chili sauce. I have some barbecue left in here, so I'm just gonna add it, but not enough. That's why I brought up this barbecue too. And I did add a little bit of water from the jar of the chili sauce. I added water to like kind of get it all out. And then I just poured some frozen meatballs in, mix it around. I'm gonna put it on low. Not the healthiest dinner, but you know what? It's dinner. Now I've got some dishes to take care of. All right, lunch is done. We have chicken nuggets, cucumbers, and mandarin oranges, and we've still got more chicken nuggets if anybody wants any more. And for my lunch, I'm gonna eat the rest of the Japanese barbecue beef and rice. All right, protein bars are done and going in the...
This is pineapple, ice, and water blended.
With blueberries on top?
Yep.
I really just made herself a little concoction while she finishes up
What's a
school.
concoction?
Meatballs are done. I'm heating up some peas and making these shells and cheese. And then it's gonna be our like super simple dinner tonight. All right, there's our easy Monday night dinner. Peas, mac and cheese, meatballs. Dinner was so good. Yeah, so good. Everybody ate so much.
I love the meatballs.
Who picked out the book?
Me.
What'd you pick out?
Stop that ball.
That's what I thought I heard you say. So anyway, Walter picked out Stop That Ball. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.